I'm looking at the national debt clock, and there's a Wayback Machine. It takes us back to today, August 18th of 2000, and how our debt situation looked like at the time. At the time, we had a so-called budget surplus, and on paper, the national debt was going down. That's only a part of all of the government obligations, right? For example, my younger brother, he's 20 years old. He already has some work history, right? The feds have already promised him some amount of Social Security 45 years from now, right? That might as well be part of the debt number, but it's not included. Not until the government actually writes him that check 45 years from now, right? The thing is that a lot of people seem to remember it as a time that we were paying off debt, but at the consumer level, that is not true, right? The personal debt, mortgage debt, and even credit card debt was exploding. Today, if we go back to 2020, that credit card debt is actually going down. And a lot of it is because people are defaulting on credit cards. Right? Credit card debt is dischargeable in bankruptcy, but not student loan debt. That's why student loan debt is still going up, right? And in fact, because of COVID-19 emergencies, a lot of student loans have had their payments frozen for the time being, right? And take a look at this money supply, right? At the time, the monetary base was actually shrinking, but M2 money supply, this is the money that you see in your checking and your savings account, was exploding, right? Because money was flowing like crazy. People were leveraging up to invest in the stock market, and the national assets. A lot of that was fake, right? It was only on paper, and they were leveraging up using consumer debt, and on paper they were making a lot, and obviously the feds were doing very well because we have a progressive income tax system, right? If you make 10% more money, you generally pay more than 10% more in taxes, right? But of course, because we still had a trade deficit, right, of 396 billion, the extra taxes we paid had to come out of our consumer debt, right? At the time, most of our trade deficit was from the oil. Very small amount was from China. I wish they showed Japan, right? When I was a kid, it was not unusual to see made in Japan on a lot of products that we now think are made in China, or actually Taiwan as well. Another interesting number is the number of people on disability. See, you have to also have below a certain number of assets in order to qualify for Social Security disability. And at the time, a lot of people were making a lot of fake wealth in their sleep, right? Which means that they could have had terminal illnesses and still not qualified, right? Gives you an idea of what the bubble looked like 20 years from now, and why the budget surplus was all an accounting game, right? Nobody was better off because of the surplus, right? If anything, we financed it with consumer debt, which has a lot of other problems that the national debt might not have, right? Thanks for watching.